Okay. I hope you have enjoyed the learning, and now it's time for us to check on the answer for the exercises. So when we're doing this, I will be doing some explanations at the same time. If you have any other questions, please post them in the comment section below. And if you can answer or clarify or explain to your friends, I encourage you to do that. But if not, you can just wait for me. But then I would actually like for us to learn from each other, to give our opinions, even though it's wrong. But this is a space for us to learn. Okay? Okay, let's start with exercise 1. Exercise 1, underline the subject once and the verb twice in each of the following sentences. Then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. In the example, number 1 is incorrect because my best friend always helpful with problems. You only have the subjects, which is my best friend. I hope you underline that once. But there are no verbs. So this sentence is incorrect. My best friend, if you want to correct it, my best friend is always helpful. Yeah. For example, my boyfriend is always helpful with problems. Number 2, the bus schedule has changed since last week. This is a correct sentence because it has the subject, the bus schedule or schedule, yeah, and it has the verb, has changed. So this sentence is correct. For exercise 1, we're just looking to identify a subject and verb. That's all. Okay. Let's look at number 3. Accidentally dropped the glass on the floor. Basically, if it's in an oral sentence, you know, when you're speaking orally, lisan, this can work without the subject. Oh, accidentally dropped the glass on the floor, I'm gutted. But if it's a written sentence, then this sentence is incorrect because you need the word I or a subject or of some sort, yeah, to make the sentence correct. But it has the verb dropped, but no subject. Now let's go to number 4. The customer paying the clerk for the clothes. Now we see this is the customer is the subject. The verb is paying, but as the rule predicts, there should be some form of to be to accompany the word paying. So the customer is paying the clerk for the clothes. Number 5, the professor handed the syllabus to the students. Professor is the subject, handed is the verb, all things correct. Each day, practice the piano for hours. We have the verb practice, but we do not have the subject. Yeah. So I will put, for example, she, or I say any kind of subject, I, he, etc. Each day she practiced piano for hours. Okay. But this sentence is a bit weird because the word each day means that it is a simple present. Yeah? Each day, setiap hari. Yeah. So that is a habit, which means that the verb cannot be in the ed. Each day she practiced piano for hours. So this is supposed to be practices the piano for hours. So tell me what you think. Is that correct or incorrect? The basketball player tossed the ball into the hoop. The player or the basketball player is the verb and tossed is the verb. It is correct. This is in the simple past. The new student in the class, very talkative and friendly. Very talkative and friendly, it's an adjective, which means there should be a verb in front. So usually that comes before the adjective is to be. The new student in the class, the student without an S, which means it's a singular, is very talkative and friendly. Walking with children to school. Again, there's no subject. I'm going to give it a subject, a mother, and I'm going to say subject, which means you can replace the mother with any other. Oh, mother is irreplaceable. No. The mother walking now is walking with the children to school. The whales headed south for the winter. Is this correct or incorrect? This is a correct one because whales is the subject and the verb is headed, menuju ke, headed south. So it's a verb, and it is in the past tense, so it is correct. All right, I'm not going to fill this part in. So if you see there's a red writing, it means it's incorrect. The one with no red marking is correct. Let's move on to exercise 2. Exercise 2 is about object of preposition. Each of the following sentences contain one or more prepositional phrases. Underline the subject once and the verb twice in each of the following sentence. Circle the prepositional phrase and then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Okay, oopsie. So number 1 is correct because we have subject, the name, and verb is, and we have the prepositional phrases of the baby and in the crib. So in a sentence, there can be more than one or two prepositional phrases. It's fine. But as long as you can identify which one is the phrase. So one phrase is off until the baby and in until the crib. So off is one of the baby, in is two in the crib. So there are two objective preposition. Next, number 2 is incorrect because we have the prepositional phrase by the meeting and of the class, and we have the verb need, but we do not have the subject. So it is in need of a subject. Okay, let's move on. Number 3, the directions to the exercise on page 20 unclear. The direction is the subject and there are no verb. We have adjective unclear, but we do not have the, oh, sorry, it should supposed to be are unclear because the direction is more than one. And then we have the prepositional phrase to the exercise on page 20 is the other prepositional phrase. Next, because of the heavy rain throughout the night, the walkways are muddy. This is correct or incorrect? It is actually correct. The walkways is the subject, and muddy here are here is the verb. And we have several object of preposition. We have because of the heavy rain throughout the night. Oh, sorry, not that, not from there. It has to be from here. So of the heavy rain and throughout the night. This part over here, because of the heavy rain throughout the night, yeah, throughout the night. This is the prepositional phrases, is it? I'll let you decide. Okay, during the week, eat school lunch at the school cafeteria. Again, we already spotted the verb, which is eat, but there is no subject. So I'm going to give it a subject, Jessica, or a subject, any other subject. I'm going to give it a red. Okay, during the week, Jessica, eat, and friend. Eat lunch in the school cafeteria. In the morning after the concert was tired. Or again, or subject. It is in need of a subject. In the morning, oh sorry, we have to go back up there because we need to find the prepositional phrase during the week and in the school cafeteria. And this one is in the morning, oopsie, and after the concert. Okay. Number 7, in the summer trip to the mountain is, oh sorry, in the summer, the trip to the mountain is our favorite trip. The trip is the subject, yeah. Is the verb, so this one is correct actually. And to the mountain is the object of preposition, prepositional object of preposition, and in the summer. Okay, this one is correct. In the box on top of the shelf of the cabinet in the hallway of the house. That is just a compilation of a make sense object preposition. So let's see how many. 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. It doesn't have any subject or verb. So if I want to have fun, I will say, you will find the treasure. For example, you will find the treasure in a box on the top shelf of the cabinet in the hallway of the house. There you go. And then with her purse in her hand, ran through the door. There is no subject at all, but you will find many object of preposition. I mean, not many, but 2, 3. Yeah, ran through the door. There you go. So that was incorrect. Number 10. At 1 in the morning, the alarm clock on the table beside the bed rang. We see the subject, which is the alarm clock. Oh, sorry, which is the alarm clock. And then we see the verb rang. So this is correct. And we have several object of preposition. At 1 in the morning, and then on the table beside the bed. All right. Again, the sentence with red writing is incorrect. Let's move on. Review exercise 1 and 2. We will see this. During the meeting in the office, discuss the schedule. There's no subject. During the meeting in the office, we discuss the schedule. And then the prepositional phrase is during the meeting and in the office. Ooh, I'm a bit hungry now. The doctor gave the patient a prescription. This is correct. The doctor is the subject. And gave the patient gave is the verb. There are no prepositional phrase in this one. Next, the tall evergreen trees along the road. There's no verb in here. Hang on, I need to go back to the previous one. Oh, yes, no, there's no verb. No verb whatsoever in this one. So the tall evergreen trees here is the verb, yeah. And along the road is the object of preposition. So if I want to add, the tall evergreen trees along the roads are very, very beautiful, very pretty, I think. All right. Number 4, the watch in the jewelry box needs a new battery. The watch is the subject, obviously. Do we have a verb? Yep, we have a verb, needs. So this sentence is correct. We have in the jewelry box as the object of preposition. Pleasantly greet everyone in all the office every morning. So we have this verb over here, greet, but it doesn't have any subject. So let's say the manager pleasantly greets everyone in all the offices every morning. What a fine person. Do we have object of preposition? Yes, we do have a preposition in all the offices. Number 6, in the office of the building across the street from the park on the corner. This is similar to the other exercises. It doesn't have any subject and verb. So in the office of the building across the street, let's put a subject and verb. Let's see, the girlfriend works, yeah, in the office of the building across the street from the park on the corner. Then that will be, in the office, and then of the building across the street from the park on the corner. Wow, what a long sentence with so many prepositional phrases. Okay, the dishes in the sink really need to be washed as soon as possible. We have the subject, the dishes, and we have the verb. Which one is the verb? Here, need. Need is the verb, and we have prepositional phrase in the sink. I think that's it, eh? That's all the preposition. Okay, next one is, in a moment of worry about the problem, oh, this one is correct, yeah. In the moment of worry about the problem with cash in account, okay? This has here, it has in a moment, this is the prepositional phrase of worry about the problem with the cash in the account. This has no subject and or verb at all. So let's put a subject or verb. In the moment of worry about the problem with the cash in, she was almost hit by a car in a moment of worry about the problem with the cash in the account. There you go. The plane from New York circling the airport. We have the plane as the subject, but we need is to be with circling. On a regular basis, the plants in the boxes under the window in the kitchens are watered and fed. The plants is the subject. I hope you can identify that. And are watered and fed. This is the verb, yeah, which means the rest of this is, I think, a prepositional phrase. On a regular basis, in the boxes, under the window, and in the kitchen. Okie dokie. All right, I hope you get that correct.